Welcome back. Another drink from, a recipe from?
Death and Company.
Death and Company.
Death and Company.
Did you recall the name of the last one?
Scotch Lady.
I almost said pink something.
It was
that
delicious.
was one of the ones we were looking at. Something
Yeah.
we were looking at more than one. We made this
Scotch
Lady.
Lady.
We made it with a smoky peat Scotch.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be made with a smoky Scotch.
But we did.
But we did. Yeah.
And we said we were going to make another recipe from the book, and you
And
picked it.
here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. You want to know how I picked it?
How did you pick it?
It's the very first recipe in the entire book. It's on page 3.
I thought you were going to say it was the first recipe for that liquor, but you're saying first recipe in the whole book.
First recipe in the whole book.
Okay.
And
so that means that from now on, we're going to go in order, every drink in the book, front to back. Shouldn't take us too long. No problem.
I mean, it's a lot of content. It's a lot of content.
What are we making?
We are making, I've been saying this word all day, and now I just froze. A Oaxaca Old Fashioned.
Say it again.
Oaxaca.
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 What does it mean?
It's an area in Mexico.
Oh.
It's a city or a region of Mexico.
Perfect.
I have seen this word 1,000 times. Oaxaca. Never knew how to pronounce it, so I had to Google it. I had to Google it, and I listened to the lady say Oaxaca like 50 times.
How long before you forget how to say it?
I just did.
Or will it stick with you forever?
I don't know. I might forget.
So tell us a little about the drink we're making.
Okay. Tequila, Reposado tequila, mezcal. What I read about this drink is that when mezcal first kind of came on the scene, bartenders were struggling with what to use it for because it's a very, very smoky, strong flavor. And so to be like the star of the show, it's too much, but it's awesome as a secondary ingredient. So we're gonna have another smoky drink. You know, we like our smoky drinks. And then some agave, some bitters, orange twist. A little fun to be had with the orange twist at the end.
By fun, you mean?
I'm slightly nervous. We'll see. We'll get to it. Yeah.
And who's the bartender? You said you knew the bartender.
Well, it says it right here. Phil Ward. Phil Ward is the creator of this cocktail, bartender for Death and Company. So we are going to do. We always do two drinks per recipe. So we're going to do 3 ounces of we're using Cabo Wabo Reposado tequila. I'm going to try not to spill. It's a funny shaped bottle. So I always thought that Sammy Hagar owned this company, and evidently he owned a stake in the company at one time.
He sold it?
He sold it off probably about 10 or 12 years ago to the Campari company, Italian company.
Were we just reading about that online, the Campari company? Didn't we read about it not long ago?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's been a family, recipe and family company the whole time. Maybe I'm wrong. It sounds familiar.
Maybe.
Unrelated.
Who knows? You have so many facts in your head. I don't know how you keep them straight.
No, actually, I didn't know anything about. I was saying maybe it was some company, maybe it was that drink.
Wasn't.
So no, there was literally no facts in that statement.
Okay. Anyway, back to me. Reposado tequila. Sammy Hagar no longer owns the company. However, I guess that Cabo Wabo is also like a chain, like a small group of nightclubs and restaurants. He does still have an ownership interest in that.
There you go.
There you go. And then our mezcal. We are using Sombra mezcal because it's what we had. Happens to be made in the Oaxaca region of Mexico.
What was that? What region?
Oaxaca.
Oh, okay.
Recipe calls for ½ ounce, so we're doing a full ounce. Super smoky on the mezcal.
So when you mentioned the bartender,
Phil Ward. Yes.
He was making recipes for Death and Company. And he said that when he first tried mezcal for the first time, it blew his mind. He was a big fan right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Which is probably when he went about making these drinks for them.
He was like, I have to use this in something.
So
yeah.
He actually went on to open his own tequila and mezcal bar.
Really?
Which has closed since. But
Interesting.
he was so excited about this combo that he opened his own bar.
Huh. Cool. I also read that this cocktail is their most popular cocktail across all of their bars. Yep. Anyway, back to this. 2 teaspoons of agave nectar.
What's a bar spoon? Is that a teaspoon?
Yeah, we're gonna say
close enough.
We're gonna say
we're gonna say it is
close enough. Maybe we'll do a little over. Yeah.
Go a little
just
over.
to be sure.
It'd just be sweeter, right?
Just gonna leave that in there. Yep. And then, what is it? 2 to 3 dashes of the Angostura bitters. 2 drinks. Gotta
2
double
drinks.
it up.
Double it.
Gotta double it up. I'm gonna give it a nice stir. You always love the story about the label on the Angostura bitters bottle.
Oh, right. So
It's a funny story.
most people probably know it, but when they first opened the business, when they ordered the labels, they screwed up and the labels were too big for the bottles. So they used the labels anyways, and they were like these baggy, too big labels that went beyond the curve of the bottle, and they just
They winged
embraced
it.
They embraced
They winged it.
But they embraced it
Yeah.
and just said, from now on, we'll always have the label bigger than the bottle, and that's it. So it was a happy accident.
Happy accident. Some big cubes here. Starting to get nervous because we're getting to the orange peel. I don't know why I grabbed this strainer. I don't usually use this strainer. I'm gonna have to get the other one. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Is that bad form to run off camera like that? Here we go. Need to make sure they're even. It's a nice looking drink, huh?
Good color.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure my hands are dry because we have to flame these orange peels. I've watched some videos. I've never tried
I saw
this
this
before.
on the internet once.
Right? I saw it in a cartoon. What
So
could
you gotta-
possibly
you
go
gotta
wrong?
Ignite the oil, is that the plan?
Well, that's ideally. I'm going to do one at a time. I feel like I should have you do this. I'm nervous. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. I don't even want to light the match. Okay, so you're supposed to warm up the edge of the peel first. Just a little bit. And then we're going to just give it a little squeeze.
Hey, it worked.
Did you see that? Did you see that? That was amazing. And then they say you don't really want to run that around the edge
Probably 'cause
of the
it
glass
has the
because you'd
burn.
get that too much of the burn flavor. Okay, let's get rid of this. That was kind of fun and it worked better than I thought it was going to. So let's do the next one. You want to do it? It was fun.
No, it's all your fun.
That worked really well.
Every drink she does now. Ooh, let's flame the orange.
Let's flame the orange, people. Look at what I can do. Warm it up a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we're going to squeeze it. I'm nervous.
You're an old pro.
Oh, that one didn't go.
Squeeze it
That
out.
one didn't go as good. Shoot. I'll keep this one for myself.
No, you gotta do it. You got it.
Just a little bit. Bummer. Oh well. The first one was better. But that's your cocktail right there. Oaxaca Old Fashioned. What do you think?
I don't know. It was fun to watch, if nothing else.
Are you ready to try them?
I'm ready to try it.
All right.
I'm ready.
to try it? Here
Cheers.
we go. Cheers.
Pretty simple.
It's very simple.
Smoky forward, as you'd expect. So
Yep.
you get the smoke, and then I get some sweetness, which might be the agave, but then it's
100% the agave.
no shortage of that orange smell.
Not as boozy as a like a rye old fashioned or bourbon.
No, it's
Not as
smoother than a
boozy at
rye.
all. Much smoother, but smoky. It's like smoky and sweet is what I get, and citrus.
Smoky and sweet. Yes.
Smoky, sweet, and citrus.
Smoky,
That's what I got.
sweet, and citrus.
Mhm.
Say it real fast.
Smoky, sweet, and citrus.
No, faster.
That's easier to say than Oaxaca. Oaxaca.
Say real fast. Oaxaca, which is smoky, sweet, and citrus. Say it all real fast. Go ahead, ready? Go.
Oaxaca, which is smoky, sweet, and citrus.
Okay, that's a practice. Now say it fast.
Oaxaca, which is smoky, sweet, and citrus.
All right, never mind.
I did it! I did it! it, right?
You did.
I did it.
You did it.
I did it. What do you think?
I like it. It's simple.
Yep, I thought it was going to be a little more like, oh my god, it's blown my mind kind of thing. It's good.
The regular tequila is lost in there.
Yeah, but I mean, it says specifically Reposado tequila. It is kind of lost in there, though.
It's easy to drink, which is
Frightening.
bad because you drink it pretty quick.
Frightening. I like it, though. I think next time I would maybe go a little heavier on the tequila and lighter on the agave.
Give it a little more bite.
Yeah.
That.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. Easy drinking.
Yeah. It's good.
So that's our second recipe from Death and Company.
Death and Company.
Death
It's
and
my
Co.
new favorite book. It's my new favorite book.
I read that the bartender, Phil Ward,
Mm-hmm.
who's working on, the article I was reading said he's working on now reworking the martini, like just like he reworked all of the drinks with the mezcal. He's into re-engineering martinis. He said his theory for making drinks is the Mr. Potato Head theory. You just take all
Like
the
you
parts.
just take parts apart and
you
put
just
them
take
back
all
together
the
in
parts
weird
off him, and you
ways.
just dress him up differently with all the same parts.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Like, because that's what's been done with the Old Fashioned, obviously, right?
He has a recipe that's called the Last Ward, which I guess is a play on a cocktail
On
called
his name?
No.
His
It's
last
a-
name is Ward.
I know that, but it's a play on. It's a cocktail called the Last Word, a well-known cocktail, I
Okay.
guess, which is a gin drink. But
Okay.
he has a recipe where he remade it, and it's called the Last Ward, and I think it uses rye whiskey.
Mhm.
I just say
We'll
that
have to
because it
look
sounds
that up.
like it just sounds like
Mhm.
something we'd like.
We do like our rye whiskey.
So that's all. That's all I know at this time.
This is lovely. To your point, a little too easy to drink. I keep putting it down because I'm like, I could drink that in 2 seconds. It's not a shot.
Oh my goodness. No, it's good.
hmm The next time I make them, I will go heavier on the tequila and lighter on the agave.
It's pretty sweet, and it has to be the agave.
Yeah, 100%.
And I wonder what. So when you fire spritz it, whatever that technique
Fire
is
spritz
called,
it.
it must have an official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
tell
little
me.
disappointed that the second one
What's
didn't.
it called?
I don't know.
What's it called? What's that?
Well, the squeezing is like to express.
No, I know
think.
that's an express, but what's the flaming express?
I think it's called.
It's not just a bullet
flame.
train to get to
I
the
think
city.
it's to flame the. I think it was
Okay, to
flame,
flame?
right? I think.
Oh, does it say? in
Where
the
did I
recipe?
read it? I can't even remember. Flame the orange twist over the drink,
Okay, so
and then drop it in.
Does
That's
that
what it says.
add to the smokiness, and it's supposed to play well with the mezcal?
Maybe.
Is it completely a bar trick and it does nothing for the flavor?
Maybe it might help to express more oil out
It
of
probably
the.
burns up some of the oil, so you probably get less of it.
I don't know. I don't know. It was fun though. It was fun.
We don't know. Don't
Looked
try this
cool.
at home because we
Looked
don't know what we're
cool.
doing.
We need more stick matches though. They said not to use a lighter. You have to use stick matches. I don't know why.
All right, well, there's another drink. So the next one,
Oaxaca Old Fashioned.
yeah, what she said. Cheers.
Cheers.